and welcome to BBC News School Report. I am Chantal, sat next to me is my colleague Ashley Vanessa to talk about the news.
Good afternoon, Chantal. In today's news, we'll be covering sports, sex education, the Glyn Derw and Federation, prom, and replacing books for laptops in schools. Over to Joe now to cover the sports.
Good afternoon, and we're here reporting live from the Cardiff City Stadium. I'm Joe, reporting as the BBC School Report. I'm here with a lifelong Cardiff City fan, Ellis. Good afternoon, Ellis.
Hello, Joe.
And we're here to talk about Cardiff's survival hopes of the relegation battle against West Brom. Now, Ellis, what will be the key factors for Cardiff to stay up?
I think they have to win most of their remaining games to stay up.
And what do you make of Marky Mackay being sacked so early into the season?
I don't think he should have been sacked because he was doing a good job.
What do you make of our new manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Has the performances changed in any way?
He's a good manager, but he hasn't been tested at the Premiership level, and I think the performances have gone more attacking.
So, what do you actually make of the performances against Fulham, Everton and Liverpool?
They were good performances, shame the results didn't reflect their performance against Everton and Liverpool.
Can we take any positives from the Everton and Liverpool game into the West Brom game Saturday?
I think we can because we created a lot of chances and scored a few goals.
And what players will be key to Cardiff's hope to remain in the top flight?
I think Stephen Cook will be key in defence to keep the defence tight and Craig Noon going forward.
Cardiff's upcoming fixtures are against West Brom, Palace, Southampton and Stoke. Can you see any potential wins there?
I think we can win 3 against West Brom, Southampton and Stoke.
And what do you make of the new 5-3-2 formation? Is it working better than the old 5-4-1?
I think it's working better because it's a lot more attacking than the old formation.
And do you agree or disagree with Vincent's tan business approaches to running the club, from changing the kit from blue to red?
I disagree because he's taken all Cardiff's history away from them changing the colour.
And if Cardiff are to go down, will players like David Marshall, Stephen Corker and Gary McDowell all leave the club, or stay at the club, despite interest from other teams?
I think they'll leave because they're too good for Championship level.
And lastly, do you believe that Cardiff can remain in the Premier League?
I think they'll remain in the Premier League if they went through the next 4
Thank you,
years.
Joe. On the update in the sports, we'll now be moving on to the sex education covered by Madison Staples.
Reporting for BBC News School Report, and I am now going to speak to some people about sex education in school. Do you think sex education needs to be updated?
Yeah.
Why?
I believe we are not taught enough and young people tend to rely on the internet for explanation. I also think adults need to understand that in this generation children know more than expected and are curious.
Although sex is important to protect yourself from STIs, but there is other things like trying to make a relationship with. Also to make sure that when you're in relationships you need to not feel forced to do things because your friends or your partner wants you to.
Hi, I'm Katie, and in Cardiff we have 2 schools, Glyn Derw and Michaelston. We are a federation, but we don't really interact with each other much. But a lot of the pupils want to more, and I think it's a good idea to have a joint prom at the end of the year. So what do you think about having a joint prom? Do you think it's a good idea?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just think that if we're joining federation and we don't really interact with each other.
So you want to more. What do you think?
I've really got a mixed opinion about it. I want to interact more with the pupils from Michaelston, but then again, people might not want to from their side, and it could cause arguments and maybe fights on the night.
It could cause a lot of problems. What kind of problems do you think could occur?
Could be cattiness with the girls.
And with the boys there could be some fights, would you say?
Could be.
Could be. Another question that we come up with was, did you think that the prom would be good if it had a theme?
Yes.
I don't really mind, I'll just
Go whatever.
do whatever.
What do you think, Tia?
Well,
Okay. Okay, back to you.
I'm reporting from BBC News School Report. Do you think replacing books with laptops is right? If so, why?
I do because it's easier to carry around in the bag.
How will it have an impact on education?
I think it'd have a really good impact on education because you could find answers to questions a lot more easily on let's say a search website like Google than you could in a book.
How will it benefit children?
Make them more familiar with internet and their education.
Do you think laptops are too expensive?
I think they could be, but if you get the right funding, I think it's an investment that's going to be worth it.
Okay, thank
I'm
you.
Joe with this evening's weather report. Right. Tomorrow we will have showers moving in from the south across Plymouth, Cardiff to London, and then we'll move north up to Birmingham and Norwich. Highest degrees will be 14 in London and lowest will be 7 in Newcastle.